Okay, we're still talking to Senator Antonio Sani Trillanes IV. Uh, the President spoke about basically, was focusing on specifics on the Bangsamoro Basic Law. But when you talk about the peace process, and your basic background, Mr. Senator, is as a military man, you among all people can appreciate this. There has to be a more comprehensive approach towards the peace process. So that's just one side. How about the MNLF? How about the CPP-NPA? Parang tumahimik yata. Do you think if you were in higher office, shouldn't there be a rapprochement or an approach to this from your perspective?
I believe this administration is pinning everything on this Bangsamoro agreement.
Yes.
And based on what happened in Zamboanga, they have practically set aside the MNLF.
Uh-huh.
And they are considering the MNLF, Miswari faction in
Yes.
particular, as insignificant and irrelevant. Kaya nga ho nagkagulo-gulo, no?
Oo.
So, ganun po yan. And as for the NPAs, they they canceled the peace agreement,
Mhm.
and they are approaching it on the local level.
Mhm.
Now, if your question is, will there be peace once we get through this Bangsamoro agreement? I don't think so. I don't think so. There will be other issues that will crop up.
Matapang yung sinabi yan, ha? At least sinabi ni Senator Trillanes yan. Matapang niyang inamin yan. Okay.
And ano po, medyo malalim po yan, yung issue na yan. And I agree, it should be something comprehensive that encompasses all the possible issues that are involved in this war this secessionist war.
Kasi po nakakalungkot kasi ang mga terminong ginagamit po ng mga nasa communications group, it is or ng peace process, negotiating team is it is inclusive, it is comprehensive, and it will lead to a final peace process. Yun ang palagi nilang binabatingaw, no? Pero sa sinasabi ninyo at mas maganda ang perspektiba ninyo dahil kayo isang sundalo, ay mukhang mas masalimuot pa yata yung mga usapin na kailangan suotin at ayusin kasi mukhang mas malawak pa yata ang problema kaysa sa solusyon, ano?
Yes, but don't get me wrong dito sa statement na yun, ano?
Oo.
I'm keeping an open mind about this.
You're optimistic in short.
I'm
Yes.
optimistic. I'm giving it all the chance that it deserves.
Okay.
But objectively speaking, I'm not about to raise my expectations very high.
What you're saying is Senator of the Republic.
Opo.
You're making a stance. That's what you're
Yes,
saying. Yes. Oo.
So, ganun po yan. Ano? And nakita ko yung sinasabi niyong statement na itong government peace panel, yung consultation daw nila, inclusive and comprehensive. No, I don't agree at all. Ang ginagawa nila, they will just brief you. Okay. Then they will assume that you're already on board.
Okay.
So, I confronted the peace panel, including Secretary Deles, about it. Na don't assume that that just because somebody attended your lunch or pamerienda, that they're already on board.
Uh-huh.
So, or ang worse, in-invite naman daw nila si Chairman Miswari, hindi daw sila pinansin, kaya wala na yun, parang winave niya na. Sabi ko, hindi ganon. You have to you have to pursue him, you have to convince him, get him on board. Yun ang role mo as a peace
negotiator.
Secretary on the peace process. So, dahil lumabas yun, anong investigate namin yung sa Zamboanga na anong ginawa mo no months before, nire-report na ng intelligence community about itong movement. Siya, ang ginawa nila, brinash aside nila yung complaints ni Chairman Miswari. So ngayon, pumutok ngayon yun sa Zamboanga. So imagine the damage, the lives lost dun sa ano na yun. Because itong secretary on the peace process natin, ay pinagsara ng pinto yung mga sektor na nagrereklamo.
Maitanong ko sa inyo, okay, sa palagay ninyo, hindi ho ba dapat merong, I'll use the word military expert. Not necessarily a military man, a military expert doon sa peace negotiation na nakikipag-usap, humaharap din sa MILF. Do you think there should be at least one member na nakikipag-usap? Not just academicians, not just lawyers, but even a veteran soldier should be there. Sa palagay ninyo?
It is a must.
Ayun.
Okay. Ganito hong ginawa nila. Meron daw silang mga military consultants,
Okay.
active officers, pero tinanong ko yung mga consultants, they were never part in any negotiations. So what happens is, after the negotiations, i-brief lang sila, o ganito yung bibigyan lang sila ng mga bullet points about what was talked about, and that's it. So wala silang input, hindi interactive yung kanilang dialogue.
Okay.
So ganun po yan. Kaya marami ngayon mga issues ngayon na binabalikan natin.
Okay.
Precisely because hindi na kita yung security angles.
Hindi nila nahimay mabuti.
Yes.
At hindi nila na-plansa. So now, they're now in a corner.
Oho. Ngayon, binabalikan nila ngayon, which is unfair also to the MILF.
And the worst part, Senator, would you agree with me, is napirmahan na natin. Meron na tayong parang basic agreement. Ngayon, kaya sinasabi ng MILF, napirmahan na natin to. Bakit binabalikan natin? Tama ho ba yung ganun pananaw?
Yun na nga po. Kaya nga, nagagalit din yung MILF kasi ano ba yung pirma nyo? Wala nang value yan.
Yes.
Di ba? Kay questioning tayo about our sincerity. Ano? Ito nga ang problema. Kasi itong mga nilagay nila sa peace panel, masyadong magagaling na ina-assume nila na by their own wisdom, they can come up with a plan that they don't need to consult everybody else.
Okay.
Ganun lang yan.
Maybe this is what is called a snafu, no?
Mhm.
Situation normal.
Yes.
all fouled up. Anyway, Senator, maiba tayo dito naman sa punto ng foreign affairs. Kasi parang may mga taong nagbabanggit na mukhang hindi yata nadantayan ng Pangulo yung punto ng foreign affairs. Tapos, alam ko na isa yan sa mga concerns nyo rin. Bakit parang hindi rin nagamayan o nagabayan yung foreign affairs sa SONA?
Again, importanteng requirement na hinahanap yan. Alam niyo sa US elections,
yes,
tinatanong yan, ano yung foreign policy mo, inihima yun. Dito sa atin, wala yon. What's tragic for us is, dito sa Pilipinas, ang presidente ang siyang sole source ng foreign policy.
Yes, correct.
So kung whimsical ang decision making, magiging whimsical din ang foreign policy, which is the worst, Dapat yan stable and long-term ang outlook. So dito makita natin ganon. One day here, next day there. So ganon ho. And it didn't help na negosyante yung nilagay niyang Foreign Affairs Secretary. So nagkakasala-salabat yung business interest and national interest. So ganon ho. That's the result of yung foreign policy natin sa Pilipinas.
Alam niyo po, tinatanong natin si Senator Trillanes because part of the duty of a senator is to provide an alternative national perspective. That is why their mandate is national and that is why their perspective is national. That is why it is part of their duty as oversight to also provide an alternative national vision. Hindi ko ba? Tama ko ba? Kaya tinatanong natin to po. Sa palagay ho ninyo, like for example, dito sa foreign affairs, di ba dapat meron man lamang patungkol sa relasyon natin sa Amerika, sa Japan, sa South Korea, patungkol sa problema natin sa China, sa Taiwan, sa Australia, sa Spain. At least merong siguro 30-second statement. Kasi 1 hour 35 minutes, I'm sure that can be accommodated ho siguro. At matutuwa naman siguro kasi may mga foreign dignitaries din na in attendance nung panahon na yun.
Yun nga ho, lalo ngayon may problema pa sa Middle East. That is part of our foreign policy, foreign policy concerns. Yung OFWs po natin all over the country, grabe ho ang mga problema nilang kinakaharap. Yung iba, yung kagaya sa Saudi, may bago silang mga immigration laws, labor laws. So ito mga ini-evacuate, I agree. Kailangan ho talagang nagsabi ho doon kung ano bang general approach natin sa iba't ibang foreign policy issues.
Sa punto po ng I don't want to use the word peace and order, I prefer to use the word law and order. Kasi one assumes the other. So dun sa punto po ng law and order, tutukan lang natin yung riding in tandem. Kasi from general to specifics, yun ang palaging nababasa natin eh. When you talk about crime, no, it's either riding in tandem, drugs, or smuggling. Basically, yun ang these are the three dreaded hydras, no. So dun sa riding in tandem, pagdating sa address ng crime, dapat kahit pa paano na ano din yun, ano, na nabanggit din sana, how does the president solve the problem or evil of riding in tandem man lamang, no?
Yung rising incidents of crime, ano?
Yes, oo.
I agree, ano? Dapat it merits at least a space dun sa SONA.
Oo.
And yung sinabi nyo, na-mention nyo, drugs, ano?
Oo.
Napakalaking problema ho ng droga sa Pilipinas.
Yes, oo.
And it has becoming a national security problem actually.
Yes.
So, yun, dapat, wala pa tayong policy ngayon eh.
Mhm.
On drugs, on illegal drugs. So, yun, sana ho ma-address yan.
Nakakalungkot to kasi ito yung mga hinihintay ng publiko eh. Kasi parang pag ang presidente mo nagsasalita, parang ama ng bayan. Tinitignan mo kung saan dadalhin yung tahanan ng Pilipinas o Republika ng Pilipinas. Kung anong direksyon, di ba? Tapos tayo ay susunod lang sana doon. Ano ho masasabi ninyo doon sa mga taong hindi talaga makumbinsi? Kasi meron silang alternatibong SONA ng bayan. At yung SONA ng bayan nila, ewan ko lang kung tama yung informasyon ko, meron mga nag-walk out doon ng mga batasan members at meron namang mga nag-SONA sa lansangan. How do you address people like that?
Sa akin naman kasi, I understand where they're coming from. Ano? I respect that they're convinced that their ideology is the better ideology. So it's a propaganda game for them. Pero sa akin, in an objective analysis of the situation, you'll have to take them out of the picture kasi meron silang agenda. No? Ang sa akin, tinitignan ko yung SONA. Yung iba kasi, they have reduced the SONA as just a speech to win over people.
Okay.
Na para mag-increase yung rating. Hindi dapat yun eh. Yun na nga, dapat talagang pine-present mo sa tao kung ito yung vision natin when I started. So at every point, nagre-report ka kung saan na tayo dun sa vision na to. Are we getting closer or are we getting farther from that from actualizing that vision? So ganun po sana ang naging approach doon na hindi lang ito speech.
This is a philosophical question, Mr. Senator, no? In fact, there was one president in history, President Jose P. Laurel, who only had one SONA because he never believed in it. And to be faithful to a SONA, you have to really speak regarding the state of the nation. So, as a philosophical question, when you speak of the state of the nation, would it be right to speak not only of the positive points that an administration has done, or would it be fair to tell the people what are the problems that the nation is facing, what is the true status of their lives, the challenges of the society, as a basis for them to be able to realize that government alone cannot do it, and maybe that could be the necessary inspiration for everyone to be able to unite and rally behind the government sa pagbabalik po ng Republika.